Yo, me Shiny Monkey. This is Shiny Monkey reporting in. So I'm sorry for not posting in a while. I really have no excuse. I'm just bad with that type of stuff. But I'm gonna start out coming back big with the thing that I'm gonna be naming Monstrous Monday. Monstrous Monday is where I'm gonna post 4 to 5 videos. 2 or 3 of them being 7 to 10 minutes, and then 2 of them being 40 to 50 minutes. So this is going to be one of the 7 to 10 minutes about, and we're going to be talking, well, I'm going to be playing Minecraft, but not actually Minecraft. I'm just going to be doing a tiny bit of parkour that I sort of made. I know it's not how it's spelled. I sort of failed at spelling it, but I'm going to be talking about the movie Real Steel. So with the movie Real Steel, there was quite a lot of battles, many lost by robots, a couple lost, used by 2 of the main characters. So, I'm going to be talking about what did the sort of story play out into them losses, and how the character could have done something to change that loss. So the first battle, where you pretty much get introduced to the movie, is between a bull and a robot named Ambush. And pretty much what the story does is the main character's father says he would battle an 800-pound bull with his robot named Ambush. But instead, this one guy that doesn't really like him gave him a 2,000-pound bull. So pretty much what happened is they started the fight, he went through with the fight, but he was sort of mocking the bull a little bit too much. And then at a certain point where he thought he sort of took down the bull, I'm guessing, he turned around towards the crowd and started cheering pretty much. Sort of showing off that he just beat the bull pretty much. But then in that process, the bull was getting back up and running towards his robot Ambush. So he noticed that before the bull got there, but how he played it was he turned around Ambush. And with turning around Ambush, I think that Ambush got destroyed. His leg got ripped off when he turned around. But I think it could have played out completely different if he would have just jumped with Ambush. He just jumped on top of the bull and then jumped off of the bull. And I think he would have still been in the fight, and Ambush could have still survived. So I think that's sort of how it could have played out if he would have just jumped the bull and didn't actually try turning around and having his legs ripped off. Then he was sort of stupid because he could have fixed Ambush, but these 3 girls that earlier in the movie, they wanted to take a picture with Ambush, and he said sure for $5, which, if you want to take a picture with a robot boxer pretty much, $5 isn't that much. Probably taking pictures with an actual boxer would probably be more expensive, but maybe not, I don't know, but they didn't do it. But then later on, what I find really stupid is after the fight ends and the bull destroys Ambush pretty much, he could have been fixed, but the girls got a hold of the leg and were pulling around the leg. How, I don't know, because the oldest one looked like she would be 10 to 12 years old, but somehow they pulled it, and there's 3 of them. They're all little kids, so I don't know how they pulled it. If it was just really light or something. I don't know. because it looked like it could have been a couple 100 pounds, but they pulled it. But then, like, the guy asked for his leg, Ambush's leg back, and they say sure for $5. And comparing to $5 to like getting your robot leg back, that's not that bad. I would pay $5 to get my robot's leg back so that I could fix it and continue boxing with my robot. But he didn't pay it, I guess. So, bye-bye Ambush. Next, I will be talking about the Noisy Boy versus Midas fight. So, pretty much, he was doing an illegal match. The same guy that was running Ambush was doing an illegal match with his robot. He bought it. It was a Generation 3 robot. Now, remember this. They're now in Generation 4. So, that is an old robot. And it's a severely darn, skilled robot, because it had championships. So like in its championships matches, it was 15-1, and it pretty much like only lost one fight, and that was in like 2016 in the movie. But like then this dude, Noisy Boy, was originally set in Japanese, so somehow his son, which is one of the main characters as well, he says he's learned frequent Japanese from just video games, which maybe that's possible if you really know the lines and all that, maybe, but I don't really see it happening. But he knew how to like control Noisy Boy in his Japanese controls. But then they set it to English, and the father did not know how to run Noisy Boy and all of that. So the kid, once they get to the legal arena, he's just like, take a low-end match, Noisy Boy won't be able to be destroyed. But the father's just like, nope, and decides to take Noisy Boy and fight against the robot Midas in a death match. So one of these robots is destroyed, while the other one stays alive pretty much. And with that, he goes into the fight, not really, just saying random stuff to fight with, like uppercut and all these combos and all that. And it's starting to looks good for Noisy Boy. But then Midas, something goes into Midas, and Midas just starts coming back, and then without knowing how to do anything, Noisy Boy loses an arm and his head, and then the guy sells Noisy Boy's head for $400. But how I think that could have changed is, like the kid said, you could have either took the challenge with not a death match, or also you could train before you went in there. And Midas was the strongest robot in there. So a Generation 3 robot that darn was 15-1 in championships, lost his head and arm because pretty much it seemed like some rookie fighter that just lost his other robot, Ambush, destroyed a legend, Noisy Boy. But then comes the era of the kid, and the kid falls down a cliff pretty much, saved by this one robot, and they're trying to get it back, and the kid has to like pull back the robot himself, but he does it, and he does it all night, and then he names it Adam. Oh yeah, this is the battle between Adam and Zeus. So Adam pretty much just takes the world by storm, and then just is fighting in illegal and legal matches. And then the kid challenges Zeus, the most powerful robot, also a Generation 3 robot, to a fight. He challenged Zeus to a fight. It would be a 5-round fight where they have to pretty much stay in the ring for 5 rounds, or trying to get it either a KO or judges would decide. So it starts off with looking pretty bad for Adam, because Zeus just comes in and one hit knocks down Adam. But then Adam just starts wrecking, not really wrecking, but like gets back up. But then 3 more hits, Adam's back down, but then gets back up. And pretty much it's just this cycle of Adam getting hit and going down and then getting back up. But then Adam starts like hitting Zeus and but just keeps on getting pinned in corners, but not really getting knocked down anymore. So then comes the 5th round, the 5th and final round, where then Adam had voice control and also shadow control. And voice control is just as it sounds. You say what you want the robot to use, and it will use it. But then shadow control is where the person doing the shadow control pretty much motions what he or she wants the robot to use. And the guy that destroyed Ambush and Noisy Boy starts to fight Zeus in the final round. So I don't know. So you guys might be like, "Oh no, this could go horribly bad." But he was training with Adam, everything like that, and like at first, like Zeus just starts pounding Adam. So it looked really bad for Adam at the start of round 5, but the dude had a plan, and the kid just kept on saying, "Well, Adam was getting punched. Start fighting." The dad was just like, "Not yet. Then Zeus's energy starts going low, and once Zeus punches start getting really slow, the dad's just like, "Now," and then just starts slamming Zeus with punches, punch after punch after punch after punch, and then gets Zeus down. Zeus goes down, but gets back up after 2 seconds. And then the match is pretty much over. So, pretty much, Adam... Well, one way how I could see this, Zeus losing is pretty much... I'm 90% sure most of Zeus was illegal. Because, Zeus was really bulky and really fast. So, that probably was part of it. But, then also, how this also could work is if the dad would have would have been using Shadow Tech the entire time, or Shadow motion the entire time, pretty much, that could change the outcome of the fight. And also, it wasn't due to KO, it was due to judge's decision that Zeus won. And the people in the world weren't happy at all with that, but that's how it went. And then he wasn't the champion, world champion, but he was the people's champion. And with that, he pretty much just, like, one way, so, like, the shadow gear, if the dad would have been using it the entire time, that could have changed it. If, like, Zeus wasn't pretty much fully illegal, that could have changed it. But I'm also, like, 90% sure that Zeus rigs most of the fights by, like, paying the judges. That if it comes down to that type of decision, vote for Zeus. But, like, that usually doesn't happen. Zeus usually, like, full-on blows out his opponent first round. But, like, it was pretty much, like, Adam, of course, lasted all 5 rounds. So, it just went, like, really bad at that point. But I'm pretty sure Zeus rigged it and all that. And that's, I'm pretty sure how, like, Zeus stayed world champion pretty much. And, yeah. So I'm pretty sure, like, if all of that stuff would have happened, so, like, if the ambush versus bullfight went, like, if he would have just jumped, ambush could have potentially been, like, the main robot for the story. If he would have, like, trained with Midas, he would have trained before he fought Midas with Noisy Boy, that could have changed it. If he would have not have took the straight out death match with Noisy Boy, that could have changed it. If with all of that stuff, all of that could have changed it. And, like, if Zeus would have pretty much just not been cheating, that could have changed it. So, like, with all of that, like, right now, Noisy Boy could have still been alive, Ambush could have still been alive, Adam could have been world champion. Oh yeah, if you guys couldn't understand me, it was Adam, like A-T-O-M, not Adam, A-D-A-M. So, just, like, clarifying that, just in case if you guys, like, didn't hear me or something. But that's how I sort of thought, like, all 3 of those fights could have had different winners, pretty much, with all of that. So, this video went, like, over 18 minutes, but, like, that's, like, 6 minutes per fight, so, yeah. But that's just how I think, like, them 3 fights could have been changed by just those minor things and all of that. So, yeah. So this is Shine Monkey signing out. See you later in my second video. Bye bye.